I'm Maddie. I'm a professional player for Gen G Team Bumble, and this is Convos with Maddie. On each edition, we're going to speedrun one topic in games while getting to know each other. Today, our guest is Pathra.
I'm Pathra, and I'm a content creator on Gen G Team Bumble. I've been with Gen G since 2019, and my main games are Hearthstone and Valorant.
Pathra, I need to know, after a rough game or a losing streak, what are some ways that you reset your mentality?
After losing a lot of games, I would definitely take a break. And I don't know if this just applies to me or all the gamers out there, but when I lose a lot of games, I feel like I didn't accomplish anything that day. I have to go out and get off the computer and do something else that will be productive outside of gaming that will make me feel like I accomplished something within that day.
I love that. I love that you still are productive during it.
What's it like dealing with trolls as a pro?
Trolls are my number one fans. I don't love them. I honestly, I'm a pretty sensitive person. I get very upset, in my head, but my outer response is to kind of not always snap back at them, but I like to use their logic against them. Personally, sometimes it has success, sometimes it doesn't. But it's something that you kind of have to, or I personally just try to put aside and focus on my own gameplay, but a lot of times it does overtake my mentality.
I make a TikTok out of it. And the ones in my chat, usually my moderators deal with it straight away, and I don't see most of them. But if I happen to see it, I kind of, I'm pretty straight up, and I'm very open with things. It's if I have been losing and they're pointing the obvious, then I'm just yeah, it sucks, I've lost some games. Or if they're just annoying me constantly, I'll just tell them, you need to calm down. You can't act like this or else you're gonna be banned. Do you have any tips for people who have found it hard to adapt during the pandemic?
I mean, this is the first pandemic I think most of us have been in. So I would take someone's advice as well, but I don't know. I spent the last few years inside, so I'm already adjusted to this lifestyle. But I would recommend also not just being on the computer all day, but just going outside for a little bit, hanging out, getting fresh air, seeing the sun. It's always good. You always need to go see the sun every once in a while.
I think I was kind of lucky since I got a puppy right before the pandemic.
Yes!
I didn't know it was gonna happen.
Wait, what kind of dog did you get?
I got an Australian Shepherd.
I'm so jealous.
Because I had only one dog before that, and I needed another one to keep him company sometimes.
Yeah.
And now I got two.
Do you find it hard to disconnect or take days off when your career is spent online?
Yes and no. So I love my breaks, don't get me wrong. But sometimes as a content creator or streamer, I feel a little bit guilty because the community is sometimes waiting for you. You get those people that are are you gonna stream today? And that makes me feel a little bit bad because I want to please everybody, but I can't. And so I do need my time off, and I hope that they understand that. And there are also ways content creators could do productive things. I'll just end up working on my other social media apps when I'm not streaming.
When you miss a day of streaming, you're it is a weird guilty feeling.
Oh no, I'm losing subs.
Yeah, I know. And then it's you feel you're backtracking, but in reality, it's you gotta keep that energy.
And it's also really important to have those breaks because when you come back after your break, you have more topics to talk to them about. Agreed.
I totally agree. I have 5 dogs, so I spend a lot of time with my dogs. I hang out with Tina, who lives with me. We kind of go for drives. We go to the store, Pokemon card hunting most of the time. Yeah, I spend a lot of time with them, and that's what I do. I like to watch a little bit of TV shows, but that's all I really do all day.
You play Pokemon Go?
No, I'm not the Pokemon person. It's all Tina. I'm just the driver. I always end this show with advice. So what is one piece of advice that you would give to an aspiring creator in regards to taking breaks?
They are very important for your health, mentally and physically. And, it's just good to go out and do some other things off the computer and tell your community about it when you get back.
Yeah, you heard it here first, folks. Get off the computer. It was awesome chatting with you, Patra. Thank you so much for joining with me on Convos with Maddie, presented by Bumble.